Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Brian. You guys know me as Whisper Status. I want to say hello from behind the camera, as a lot of you guys in the comments have had difficulties with your 900E, with flashlighting, clouding, and blooming. Also with your 930Es and your 940Es. So we've all been talking, and I want to just introduce myself to all of you that have been part of the channel, as you're trusting me and not even knowing me, which I appreciate, but I want to just say hello and kind of show you the 900E. This is the 75-inch version. This is Blade Runner in 4K. What I want to show you guys is blooming versus flashlighting, and that you shouldn't have flashlighting on a full array display, especially when you're head on the display. So what I want to do is go over a few things, that way you know if you have flashlighting or blooming or anything like that. If you guys want me to see your displays, you can either just comment, tell me what you're seeing, but you can also just record a few minutes of your own displays, then post them to YouTube on your profile. Let me know. I'll go over and I'll look at them. I've done that for some of you guys already. And then, just make sure that you are dead on, that you're sitting right in the sweet spot for watching. You're not off to the side. You're not up too high. You need to be in a seated position directly in front of an LED, because as you move over, you'll see flashlighting, and you'll see the colors change, and you'll see the black bars turn gray. So behind me, as you see, is the Samsung logo on the Sony 900E. It's going to look even more exaggerated, but around the name, if you do see blooming like that, for the 900E, that's actually normal. So it looks worse on the camera, but if you have something like this on your TV, that's normal. If you're on the 930E, that's normal. Now on the 940E, the Z9D displays that have more zones, you'll see less of that, but you'll still see some of it. Now, you may see that also on a loading screen for a video game, something that's kind of going in a circular motion. With the Samsung displays from last year, this would be a complete vertical band. So, just want to cover that really quick so you guys can see that. And we'll get back to the movie, and we'll show you what blooming is and what edge lip bleeds and what flashlighting is. But I just want to say hello so you guys can see me if you're going to trust me. You won't see me often, but to introduce myself, I'm Brian. This is the Whisper Status channel, and we're going to get back into the video, but I want to go through that and just, if you're going to trust me, you might as well know what I look like and know who I am. All right? Hold on one second. We'll go through the movie. Sorry for the creaking floor. Now, guys, as you're watching this, we're going to leave this as a still image, but you're looking at Blade Runner. It is completely black. The bars are completely black. Though nothing is moving in the image, you don't see flashlighting at all. Now, for flashlighting and clouding, what we're really looking for is not really in the image here. It's typically on the corners. Flashlighting tends to come from, or especially edge lip bleed, for those of you that have a 930E, you will see it kind of right in the corners, and it will kind of permeate the black bars. It'll look like a drip. Now, when you get into flashlighting with a full array, you really shouldn't see it. We're now on a pretty dark screen, so you really shouldn't see any. Now, if we proceed to a lighter screen, if there's something that's bright right in this area, you may see this color change slightly. That's not really flashlighting, that is blooming. The Sony 900E has more blooming than the 940E and the Z9D, simply because those displays have many more zones. Same with the Vizio P series, a mid-range TV that also has a lot more zones. That's just the nature of full array when you have not as many zones as the others. The zones are well placed on the 900E, but it's not perfect. What I've seen from some of your pictures are solid haloing throughout the whole display, all the way around. That you shouldn't see. But here's the challenge, guys. Once you step up above height level down to your display, or below, or to the right or left, you come over to the side, you'll definitely see the change of the viewing angle, the changing of the color. Things are going to fade, and your black bars will have some haloing. So what I want to do is kind of reassure you guys that if you see some blooming, this goes for everybody. If you see some blooming in the black bars, that's not necessarily flashlighting, that is blooming. If you see in the corner where something is spinning and it has a little bit of that halo effect, that is okay. That's what we're looking for. So, I mean, not what we're looking for, but that's passable. What isn't passable, though, is if you have a calm scene, such as this one, where it's pretty black in the middle, and you start to see clouding here, anywhere in the corners. More importantly, guys, if you see clouding on one side and not the other. So if you're seeing where you're on a scene like this, where it's pretty black, and you see clouding on one side, not the other, it's not uniformed, that's not normal either. Some of you guys have sent me some pictures that show severe bright spots in scenes like this, or even as this transitions from that loading screen, you shouldn't see blooming and bleeding everywhere, okay? So you're not going nuts, but here's the part that I want you to really pay attention to. This is, if you do have this issue, and some of you guys have had more than one, some of the other subs have been through 10, not Sony 900Es, but different displays. The panel lottery is real. I don't want to be negative or turning this into something it's not, but you really have to be your own advocate, guys. What I mean by that is going back into the store, getting on the phone with Amazon or whatever country you guys are in and whatever retailers you're dealing with. You need to be firm but polite. And just know that you're in your window, if you're still in your window, that is. And why this is all important, guys, is the warranty on these displays. Sony offers an upgrade if you're not happy with your display. They can't fix edge-lit bleed or flashlighting. It's not something they can actually fix. So you want to make sure that you're in your window. You buy a display on Black Friday, you have a certain date, work that TV hard. Try all different content. But just if you're someone with an LED display, you need to be dead center. If you want to see blacks that are black from every which angle, then OLED is the way to go. 930E, guys, you want a display that is 1400 nits. It's edge lit. You're going to see some blooming. Now, some of the displays I've seen on some of your channels and videos, yes, you're seeing the black bars get slightly gray, but that is just more due, like I said, to blooming more than... So look how big the area is around. That's actually normal. The camera's making it look worse, but that's completely normal. Now the blooming is like the glare, that's not there. But when you see it light up corners, it's because you have one spot. That's normal. What wouldn't be normal is if when this is going, this is bright. If you're seeing that when you're watching a movie, that's what flashlighting is. So if you're seeing something like this on your TV, don't panic. That's normal. That's going to happen on almost any full array. The higher you go, Z9D, you won't see as much of that. If you have a 930E and you see that, completely normal, guys. So I don't want everybody to panic, but if you're seeing that severe clouding that we talked about, that's when you're going to have trouble. I play the movie, but I'm getting knocked down for copyrights almost every time I put on a movie. So that's kind of... Oh, so we're going back to the retailers. So on Amazon, you're going to request a replacement. You're going to say that I'd like to have my display replaced. You will use flashlighting. You will use clouding. You will use bad uniformity. Use the kind of words that they may not understand, even at Best Buy, but just let them know that you're educated. Take videos. I started the channel because I had defective Samsungs, and I made the first videos for Samsung. Those are the first videos you'll see on the Whisper Status channel. In the very beginning are the Samsung KS9800. So cover your butts. Use your video camera. Take pictures. Even if you need to take those pictures off angle to make it look more dramatic, if your display does have it, that way the retailer understands. Best Buy is excellent with their service if you bring it back and you give them proof. If they do give you any hassle, you need to go to the manager. Now with me, I had to jump over that manager to the district manager, which you'll see their picture on the wall of any store at Best Buy. Walk around Best Buy, you'll see their picture on the wall. You're going to just say, look, you're going to call that number and you're going to talk to that person directly. And if you do that, you're documenting when you made the phone call. That way you're documented to say that, hey, I called during my window, but now my window was passed. So you're going to go in there and you're going to just be firm. It's unacceptable. I don't care if you have a 49-inch or a 75-inch. It doesn't matter if it's $500 or $4,000, guys. Do not stay with these displays if you're not happy with them. If you think that they're defective or you don't think they're working the way they should, then bring them back. Now, the other issue is we're not talking about being picky, guys. But once we have these displays and they're defective, the first one's defective, the second one is defective, it becomes very difficult to be in the middle with it, or you just kind of want, now you're seeing edge-lit bleed and everything everywhere. So I understand how that gets out of hand. If you need deep blacks without zero blooming at all, then your answer is OLED. But when it comes to flash lighting on the Sony 900E, 940E, 930E, the way you'll be able to tell is that uneven black bars, even in calm scenes. So Guardians of the Galaxy, all these bright movies, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the way to really see it is on a very plain film. That is flash lighting versus blooming. If you see bright spots in very action-oriented films, that's blooming, and typically that's going to be normal. Especially on the 930E where the luminance is just so high and you're expecting the display to really discern black level from brightness. It's just hard to do if these TVs are so bright now. So I want you guys to cover your butts, to go back into those stores, have them switch them out. Do not bring your display back, have them replace it for you, and just don't take no for an answer. I want to recognize one guy on our channel, Noel, who has just said that he's actually done with displays. He has gotten so sour and frustrated with all these 4K displays being defective, he's actually cashing out, got rid of all his displays, got himself a monitor, and he's in a PC game from now on. So you're also not stuck with it, guys. You can always bring all these back and just start over and not have to. So you can tell the managers, hey, you know what? I'll leave with nothing, just my money back. So if they try to corner you and say, hey, all these displays are this way, that's what they told me about the edge-lit displays, guys, is that, hey, they're all like this. The way I was able to get around it was basically say, well, you know what? I'll take my money back, please. And that kind of stops them. Best Buy, I took my, what was it, $7,000 or $8,000 back away from Best Buy and took it to Amazon because they weren't willing to bring the price down for me. Amazon will work more with you, but you guys just really need to be careful and really just become your own advocates. Be firm, be very polite, guys, and just be careful. Stay in that window, really work these TVs, and I'm always here if you need any help. Please feel free to questions or comments. I'm down to answer them at any time, and I will